प्रोक्रास्टिनेशन, जिसे हिंदी में हम टालना भी कहते हैं. And by the way, I have been a big time procrastinator myself and I am working my way through it. So what is procrastination? Procrastination is actually avoiding the task which we decided for ourselves and we did not do for no good reason, despite of knowing that it can have negative consequences. So let's dive deep into today's video, the actual reasons of procrastination and how we can overcome it. Let's know what practices I followed to overcome it and I'm still overcoming it. And let's know the principles that why the power of now is so important and how we can jump across procrastination. So why do we procrastinate? Have you ever thought about it? Is it just a superficial reason of being lazy about it, or there is much more deeper concept to it? So here are the answers, the real answers. Procrastination, as per science, is our brain's defense mechanism to protect us from staying away from the perceived threats. The region of our brain called amygdala is responsible for fear and emotion. It releases hormones including adrenaline, which heightens the fear response, and it automatically forces us to enter into flight, fight or freeze mode. Resultantly, we tend to avoid the task which we find challenging and we skip it and we choose the less challenging task. For example, in case of those non-life threatening deadlines, what we do, we tend to avoid it because we try to avoid the outcome which can lead to the negative emotion. And what this indicates? This indicates our over attachment to the results, to the outcome, and our attachment to the fear, to the failure. And therefore, we try to avoid the task altogether and we try to choose something which distracts us from the task, which is simple and which doesn't challenge us. Science and researches have shown that more the challenging a task seems to us on a conscious and subconscious level, more we tend to procrastinate towards it. So now, coming to the solution, how can we overcome this? How can we exercise the power of now? Here are my 7 simple steps or strategies or principles which I have applied in my life to overcome it, and I'm still overcoming the tendencies of procrastination, and I'm sure it might help you because it just do not address the procrastination on the surface level, ailment from the core level. So the treatment is from the core, the root cause level to the outer surface level of implementation. Number 1, emotional regulation by self-talks. So first of all, identify that what is that fear because of which you are procrastinating. There is definitely some fear behind it. What I'm going to tell you might sound cliche, but it's actually as simple and as fundamental as that. Tell yourself, it's okay, it's not a big deal, but if we don't do it now, it can become a big deal. And even if we do and we fail, we'll still be alive. Most of the fears never materialize. It is just a product of our mind. It is the response of our limbic brain which is trying to protect us. Number 2, exercise your courage muscle. Yes, until and unless we start exercising our courage muscle shrinks. Tell yourself to challenge for that task. Just go and get uncomfortable for those 10 seconds or 10 minutes for that task which you are prolonging and delaying from long. After doing it, I'm sure you'll come here and comment down below that you felt rewarding, you felt winning. And after doing it, you'll realize that it was not a big deal. Avoid chasing perfection. You know, sometimes running behind perfection, we are not getting the task done. Very important, carefully listen to it. Prioritize timeline over perfection and do it in a best possible way, but in your supposedly chosen timeline for yourself. choose timeline and progression over procrastination. Number 4, convince yourself that starting early, starting now will take off a lot of pressure off from your shoulder and the pressure of fear of failure. Even if you start and you fail, celebrate your failures, because the good news is at least you started, at least you challenge yourself, pat your back, celebrate your courageous start, then find your flaws and try to overcome it. At least you started. That is why you know now that what were the flaws in it. So now you can improve it and progress. If you wouldn't have started, you would have never known that what might be the flaw and how you can progress it. First 4 I discussed were the root cause part. We were addressing the root cause. Now the next 3, that 5, 6 and 7 will be the real life implementation part. And number 5, very simple, set a reward for yourself. Set something which you are fond of and tell yourself that after completing this particular amount of work, I will give this reward for myself. Number 6, time box. Just time box a particular stipulated time for yourself. For example, what I do, I take 1 hour or 2 hours and I promise myself that for this 1 hour or 2 hours I'll continuously do this work, and decide a break for yourself. For example, after 40 minutes, after 45 minutes or after 1 hour, you have a small little 10 minutes break. So time box that this particular time I will be doing this work only, and after this particular time period, this particular duration, I will have this rewarding task. And number 7, the final one, is minimize distractions. By keeping your mobile in silent mode, or maybe in do not disturb mode, or maybe switching off your internet. Alright, so for example, I'll give you my live example how I do it. Take the example of going live on any social media. I was highly fearful of going live on social media. So I started from the root cause, regulative self-talk with myself, and told myself that even if I go live, I will still be alive. Even if no one joins, I'll still be alive. I exercised my courage muscle and challenged myself so that I overcome that challenge, and I'll feel the rewarding feeling in myself. To avoid the perfection mode of mine, it doesn't mean that I was not focusing on delivering it in the best possible manner, but I tried to avoid the perfectionist attitude in mind, and I told myself that if I don't do it now, the more and more I delay, the more and more pressurizing it will become for me. So these 4 I did to address the root cause. And then next, those 3 things, I will take another example of maybe submitting a report to your boss. Some report you are fearful of the outcome because your boss might not like it. So what I do is I tell myself that if I don't do it now, it will become very burdensome for me. I again do this 4 root cause analysis, and then I daily assign a time for myself in which I'll just do this report work, time box it. I will set a reward for myself, and reward will be a activity, a task which I like doing. So after doing this task which I am not really very fond of, I'll do something which I am actually fond of, or you can set any other reward for yourself. And for minimizing distraction, I might switch off my internet and I'll keep my mobile on a silent mode maybe and keep it aside. Exercise these principles, strategies and steps which addresses procrastination from root cause till the implementation, and go do that scary thing which you have been delaying from long, and trust me, the feeling across it will be rewarding. And I want you to come back and comment down below how you felt after doing that thing you were scared of. See you on the other side of procrastination. To the power of now. Bye. Like this video, share this if you find it valuable. It is actually my personal experience I am sharing with you, which definitely worked for me, and these are very simple steps. It will work for you if you take action on it. Okay, so like, share this video and subscribe to my channel. And yes, stay tuned, something very interesting coming up on healing our internal energies, which is very important in today's era. So stay tuned. Bye. My name is Batul and thank you so much for watching.